Hey everyone, how's everybody doing this evening? I really want to thank you for joining us. Super excited you're here. I want to introduce Zoomer, and these are basically all your guests, so we're so excited for you. If you'd like to just welcome your guests, and then we'll continue on from there. If you don't know Zoomer, she really is an anti-aging entrepreneur, and she specializes in alternative wellness. So very exciting lady, somebody we've known for about 3 years. Glad to be friends with her and glad to be business partners with her.
Okay, here we go.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. I'm nervous and I'm so excited. More than anything, I'm so grateful that all of you took the time to be here today. I'm thankful for my partners, my leaders, and the company. It's an amazing company. And every time for the past 3 days, I've been crying of excitement. 3 years ago, thanks God, I was in front of the company. Somebody presented me to the company when my mom was really ill, and it changed my entire life and my family. My mom is 93. She was really ill. We didn't think that she was going to make it. And she's here in the Zoom somewhere at 93. Thank you, April.
Oh, well, I'm so glad you're here. I am going to ask a housekeeping note. If you're not muted, if you could just go ahead and mute yourself so that we can have a nice clean recording of this. But we're excited you're here, and I'm so glad Zoomer chose to share this with you, this really exciting discovery. I have to tell you, my husband and I, we have actually been in this industry now for 28 years, 25 years with one company, and then most recently 3 years with LifeVantage, which is this exciting discovery I'm going to explain to you, and just so fascinating to us because, like I said, we've been in this industry for 28 years. We'd worked very closely with literally hundreds, if not thousands of doctors. And when we found out about this, we were just totally amazed. So I'm going to go ahead and share this discovery with you. And for us, it was life-changing, and I'm sure you're going to find that as well. You're just going to find it amazing. So the company is LifeVantage. And, this whole thing started with a single question in the lab, and it was actually a cardiologist. And he just asked, is declining health something we must accept as part of aging? And I don't know your age. I know, at a younger age, I always have the scenario where my husband's grandmother passed away, not long after we were married. This is many years ago, but she did so in a fashion where she sat down in a chair, she folded her hands, and no known disease to any of us, and she just passed away. And
Wow.
for years, we took care of my grandmother to the point where it finally wound up in homes and feeding tubes and just a horrible way to end. So, this has always stuck very relative to me. So, there's studies out there. If somebody could just mute themselves, that would be really helpful, please. There's statistics out there now that the average age that people live to is 78 years old. And so what happens is there's something called health span. So 78 is lifespan, and hopefully you live much longer than that. Some of us don't make it that long. But health span is the amount of years you live in good health, meaning not dependent on drugs and oxygen or whatever. It doesn't impact your quality of life. And so what happened is years later, this cardiologist figured out a way that we can not only have lifespan, but more importantly, good health. And what he figured out was how we can actually go about switching on our good genes with this Nrf2 activation, as opposed to switching off the bad genes. And really, we are only stuck with about 80%, or we're only stuck with about 20% of the genes that we're given. 80% of it we are in control of. And we can not only take supplements such as this, where we switch and activate our bodies, our genes on our good genes again, but exercise and foods we eat and stuff. And so for this tremendous award, just to let you set precedence for how exciting this award that he got was, he got the Elliott Carson Award, which other people who have gotten this award, and how amazing this award is and how great this discovery is, well, it's like Henry Ford, the Wright brothers, Alexander Graham Bell. So, really just a cool award that he was awarded for this, and it just keeps getting better from there. So in order to help you have a clear picture of exactly how great this discovery is, there's a little science that I have to kind of tell you, and we all have cells in our bodies. What happens is, as we breathe, we talk, we exercise, we eat, we create a lot of free radicals. And they've learned that we create so many more free radicals than any kind of nutrition, supplements, multivitamins, anything we can take in. And so the difference between the antioxidants and the oxidative stress is something the free radicals is called oxidative stress. And again, environmental play a big role, personal stresses, foods, alcohol, all that plays a big role in it. But this oxidative stress, and this is very important, causes all disease and aging. All disease states start with this oxidative stress. And so this cardiologist put together a formulation in which we could reduce oxidative stress by 40% in the first 30 days. So, again, Bobby and I haven't been in the nutritional industry for 25 years at that point. This was game changing. This was super, super exciting because, from what we know of all these studies is if we reduce oxidative stress, we reduce aging and we reduce disease states. And so Protandim activates your body to actually create 1,000,000 times per second the antioxidant value. And I'll explain how big that is in a few slides, but it increases glutathione by 300%. Now, there are many medical spas out there that pay big dollars for you to come in and get it intravenous or to get shots of glutathione. Not an easy thing at all. Very, very hard to absorb from any types of food. So increasing glutathione is like our major antioxidant, super exciting. This discovery is so exciting that our company has 13 patents protecting the duplication of this formula because all the large medical universities, the pharmaceutical companies, nutritional companies, everybody would love to copy not only this recipe that we have, but the benefits that we get from it by using these 5 plant-based ingredients. And you may be familiar, probably turmeric and green tea are probably the 2 most popular. Maybe we used ashwagandha for years, but using all 5 of these ingredients together, with his special recipe, his synergistic effect, we get 1,800% results better with this combination, this recipe that he's put together. So, so often people will want to say, well, I'll just go out to the health food store and I'll just buy 5 of these and stuff. So I promise this will cost you less and you'll get 1,800% better results from it. But, often people say, I eat good, I eat clean, I exercise, I watch my stress level and stuff. Well, not as much as compared to Protandim. And so, it's a 1 to, like I said, 1,000,000 times the antioxidant value. And in order to recreate that, if you could, you would need to eat 11 pounds of blueberries, 375 oranges, 120 capsules of vitamin C, and 87 glasses of wine every day. So not one time, every day you would have to do that. And what Protandim Nrf2 does is, as it decreases that oxidative stress, so for every month that we're on, we eliminate or decrease a whole decade of oxidative stress. So you can see from the chart there, if I took a 60-year-old who had been on Protandim for 6 months, and I took a 40-year-old who was using Protandim again for 4 months, and I also had a 20-year-old, and I took all their blood, I could not tell truly who had the blood of a 20-year-old. It's that exciting. So ask yourself, would you not want to have the blood of a 20-year-old? I know that got me excited as well. Now, because this is so exciting, we've had so many large medical universities do independent studies. And they've done these studies on their own dollar. And so there are over 230,000 oxidative stress studies on this PubMed site. And so this is a site, if you're not familiar with it, and most people aren't. If you're not familiar with this PubMed site, it's a site where typically a lot of drugs are, and doctors want to go and see what the interactions of drugs are and maybe the pathways that the drugs work and stuff. So in order to get your product even on this site, it has to have peer review studies. So peer review studies are the study that one large medical university did, and then several others conferred with that same, so that everybody got the same results. So not an easy thing to do, but again, because it is such exciting discovery, such exciting science, we have at least 26 peer review studies on PubMed. And so if you're thinking any disease states or whatever, and I'm not making any claims, but you can literally go to PubMed.com, put in oxidative stress and whatever disease state may be of interest to you. And some of those large medical universities are like Florida State, Colorado University, large Harvard, large medical universities that you're familiar with. So important that Washington State, when they did their medical study on protandim Nrf2, this is what they said, super exciting. It said the health effects of Nrf2 may well be the most extraordinary therapeutic and the most extraordinary preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine, in the history. So, you know, the likes of the discovery of aspirin or penicillin or stem cells more recently, this is big news to people, and really is very life-changing to people. Oh, I don't know why my slide's not changing. Okay, there we go. Equally exciting, and I love these results, and we can see these results very easily. We have products that not only have the Nrf2 on the inside, so it helps with all that rusting, but on the outside as well, for skin care and hair care. And we get some tremendous results from this, as you can see with the hair care there. But what's really exciting is these formulations are on an app called Think Dirty. And if you're not familiar with it, I wasn't before all this either, but you can take any maybe body wash or shampoo that you might have in your shower, or really any kind of pharmaceutical thing, and you can actually, I'm still omitting people, so sorry guys, you can actually see the results of these products as far as bad things in these products, chemicals that we don't want on a daily basis. So our products, our skincare and our hair care line, are anywhere from a 0 to a 3. And I can tell you some of the stuff that we had in our house prior to this were so bad, 10 being the worst, they would score an 8 or 9 or even a 10 as far as harmful ingredients for us. So we all want clean products so that we can, you know, be healthier. And that's really what keeps us excited about this science. So that was all the major discovery of just one theory on aging. So this is the second theory of aging. It's called mitochondria Nrf1. And so this is important, that our bodies have this energy at a cellular level. And you may remember mitochondria or ATP energy from maybe biology, whatever, but so important that we have this energy. It really makes up about 90% of our body. In fact, heart cells have some over 4,000 mitochondria per cell. So important that people have adequate amounts of mitochondria, but maybe you've heard after age 40, it's all downhill. Well, that's because by the time you get to midlife, you've already decreased from contaminants and stress and the environment. You've already decreased the amount of mitochondria you have in your cells by about half. So super scary there. So you're not allowing your bodies to actually repair itself, but it's so important that it's responsible for the way that we think, our heart beating, our lungs deflating in and out. So mitochondria is super important for us. So we have this product called Nrf1, no relation to the Nrf2. And really what it's going to do is just increase cellular energy, which again will slow down that aging process. It'll improve sleep quality and cellular repair. And again, 65% of us have problems either getting to sleep or staying asleep. It also supports cardiovascular and brain health, and it improves cellular health. And just boosting mitochondria is so important. But you can see, again, it's the synergistic effect of these ingredients that we have gotten these amazing results from. So our third and very, very exciting pathway is called NAD. And I don't know if you've heard of this. This is really a powerhouse. And so we can get all kind of results with the NAD, and it'll do things like improve mental focus and concentration. It'll boost positive mood. It'll help with cholesterol levels. It helps with exercise endurance, exercise recovery. Libido is big with this product. Weight loss is big. So a lot of great results we get from this product. And it's a product that when you take, you really do feel. And so you can see by the chart there, we can activate, and really it's the sirtuins at a cellular level. It's the protein in the cell. We can kind of reactivate that if we go on a lot of calorie restriction. You know, for women, it's only about 400-600 calories a day, not really hard to sustain. Other companies out there have one where, you know, maybe over a day they get 2%. Our company, we actually have 100% activation the very first 24 hours. And a lot of that is in with the first 4 to 6 hours. So this is a product that you take and you feel right away. You feel all that mental concentration and focus. Okay, and so what the company has done is they've actually put these 3 pathways of aging together in one product, and this is actually a patent pending process, but we get 2,100% better results when we use the 3 of these in conjunction with one another. And so, you know, if you're interested in, you know, thinking faster, smarter, looking better, feeling younger, feeling sexier, this is the product line that you absolutely want to look at when we're done. But we also have Smart Energy, which is just a nootropic brain food. Great way to get increased mental clarity and focus, and also energy. And it comes in 4 different flavors, and some with caffeine, some without as well. Really easy, just mix it in water very quickly. And this is the Nrf2 that I first talked about, that amazing discovery for pets. And so who doesn't want their animals, big market out there these days, who doesn't want your pets to feel, you know, just that much more energy? Their eyesight is better, their joint health, their hearing, their shiny a coat. We want them to be as healthy as we have. And because they oxidize or have oxidation 7 times greater than us with all that panting and stuff, that's why they live shorter lives. They really, really feel this product, and they'll thank you for that as well. But, you know, just a summary of these benefits, and this has been quite a journey for us ever since we found out about this discovery. Like I said, we've been in this industry for now it's 28 years. But, you know, when you have products that improve sleep, improve vitality, increases energy, better mood and focus, healthier hair, skin, and nails, and anti-aging of cells, I mean, everybody feels good. And who doesn't want these results? But it's an amazing company, and I'm going to invite my husband to come and just really show you the benefits of what an amazing company we've been working with these last 3 years. So just 1 minute, please. Thanks.
Hey, everyone. Wow, we have quite the crowd here tonight. It's phenomenal. And I got to tell you, we so appreciate the support that you're showing Zuma tonight in just learning about her new venture, okay, and what she's doing as we relaunch it. And I call it, you know, relaunching post-pandemic. And don't get me wrong, I understand many areas are still dealing with it, and it's something that's still, you know, very much on our minds. But, you know, we are relaunching, and what I'd like you to do, you know, April mentioned this. We've been in this industry for 25 years before LifeVantage, and we've been with LifeVantage for 3 now, but we made millions of dollars in this industry in the first company. And keep this in mind, okay? Not only were we in the industry 25 years, we worked almost exclusively with physicians, anti-aging doctors, holistic doctors. We never heard about activation. See, the Nrf2, the Nrf1, and the NAD that April was talking about, those are pathways. We're reactivating pathways that worked well when we were young teenagers and stopped working after 20 years old. And can you imagine? I mean, we talk about new discoveries and stuff, but you know, we had never heard of this, and we were in the industry. That's what was so exciting. So I want to share a little bit with you about the company itself. Okay. You heard a little bit about the benefits, of the products, but who is LifeVantage? That's our name. Okay. LifeVantage. And we started as a biotech company, a biomedical company in 2003. And basically they had one product, the Nrf2 Protandim, and they were selling it a little bit at a time on store shelves like a GNC or a vitamin store, and really not doing much because nobody understood what it did and nobody could explain it. So it just sat there and they didn't move much. But in 2005, the results kind of got leaked, and ABC Primetime heard about this little yellow pill, this natural thing that was doing these miraculous things. And they did an investigative report, and they sent John Quiñones, and he's still on the air. You see him all the time. They sent him to go in and be a patient and try it and do an investigative report on the company. And he had his blood tested. And here is the medical claim that we're allowed to make according to the government. We're allowed to say it reduces oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. Well, Quiñones had his blood taken. He didn't wait 30 days. He came back after 2 weeks. And guess what? His oxidative stress had been reduced by 45% in just 2 weeks. You talk about rolling back the clock, man. That is just big time. So that investigative report became our commercial, is what happened. We're listed on the NASDAQ. Okay, so you can look us up on the NASDAQ, LFVN. But here's a big thing that happened. These products give amazing results, and they're the kind of results that require an explanation, or I like to say a testimony. So we switched our marketing plan, our marketing system, to direct sales in 2009. So instead of it being found on the shelf at a vitamin store, we are now, person to person, word of mouth marketing the product. And our industry, the activation industry, okay, is called nutrigenomics. And we're expected to be a $17 billion industry by 2020. So it's an amazing, industry within an industry. Our market cap is 232 million in sales in 2020, but we're scheduled to become $1 billion company in the next 3 to 5 years. So it's a very, very exciting time to be involved. 2 little things. Erin Brockovich, and I mean the real Erin Brockovich, not Julia Roberts, who played her in the movie. Erin Brockovich is a world-renowned health advocate. She joined our board, our corporate board of directors in 2019, and still sits there. And LifeVantage being recognized as a leader in the wellness company, Wellness Week of last year, we rang the closing bell at the NASDAQ. So that's just, a little bit about the company. We're global. Okay, we're now doing business in 22 countries. We're looking in the very near future to be expanding into the Philippines, and over the next 3 to 5 years, about 100 different countries is what we're looking to do. Now, what are the benefits to this business? You heard a little bit, about the benefits of the products. I could go on and on about my personal results, but I love to mention my son got a baseball scholarship to go to college. And when he got there, he started suffering from panic attacks and anxiety, and the prescription medicines weren't working. Do you know that we gave him the Protandim, Nrf1, Nrf2, and over the next 3 years, he never had another episode? Just amazing results. And I can go on and on with all kinds of stuff, but here's the benefits to this kind of business. Okay. You work from home. You think that would matter during these times, where some of us are being forced to stay home, some of us aren't, but you work from home or anywhere that you have internet access to your cell phone, your iPad, your laptop. It's a social sharing business. I like to call it social selling. Okay. We have a virtual office. Okay. Virtual office online. We have minimal business assets that are invested here. There's no inventory requirements, low overhead. And we have our own personal online store in every market. Do you know if you were to get involved in business with us, you would become a licensed distributor in 22 countries and have your website available in 22 countries and 22 languages. We don't need to do anything other than, hey, if you know someone in Japan, we can go to Japan. You know, if you know someone in Mexico, we can do business in Mexico. You know someone in Europe, Australia, New Zealand, it doesn't matter. We can do business anywhere right from where we are. So it's really, really, you know, amazing what's available. But look at the earning possibilities. You know, whenever anyone's ever considering a business, and I love to say this, okay? My opinion here is irrelevant, okay? And I've earned millions of dollars, April and I, in this business, but we're a publicly traded company. We have to quarterly submit, you know, our financials to the Securities Exchange Commission, the Federal Trade Commission. But I want to just point out a couple things to you. You know, if you look at a Pro 3, that's a rank. See, we have ranks from distributor all the way up to Pro 10, Pro 11. If you look at the rank of a Pro 3, the average Pro 3 is earning $626 a month. Now, I know that doesn't sound like a lot of money, but the average person surveyed, the average working person on an average salary said, what would help you out monthly if you could have extra? And you know that number was an extra $500 a month. Do you know a Pro 3 is averaging between $600 and $700 a month in commissions? Do you know what a Pro 3 is? That's somebody whose entire team has about 50 customers. Okay, that's what that is. Do you know a Pro 5 right here? $3,100, $3,200 is the average. Do you know that's someone's whose entire team has about 200 customers? Okay, Pro 7 is making $13,000, $14,000 a month on the average. Okay, April and I, after 3 years, we're at Pro 8. Okay, so that's the earnings there. But here's what I'd like you to think about, okay? Our business, we get paid weekly, so there's immediate income. You can start, you know, and be earning money right away. But we're a legacy business. And what that means is this is a business that you're going to have an opportunity to pass on to the next generation, children or grandchildren. It's a legacy business. And I don't know, you know, having three boys and a granddaughter, that's exciting to me. So the question is this a good business opportunity? Okay, that's really the question. Well, here's what you need to evaluate. We have a very unique product that's patented that is desirable in all markets. Okay, from teenage years all the way up to geriatrics, okay? Everybody benefits from it. It's very affordable. It's backed by reputable science. The best thing is it's consumable, and we use a subscription model. And for those of you that don't know what that is, it's a monthly auto ship program where if you're on a subscription, you save a significant amount of money. It generally averages about a 20% discount and get free shipping, okay? So you're not inventorying anything. The company is drop shipping things to you. Now, can you do this? That's always the big question. Can I do this? This business gets done in the nooks and crannies of your day. It's not something you set aside 3 or 4 hours to do, okay? Because we work from an app on our phone or from a laptop or an iPad, whenever you got 5 or 10 minutes, you could be sending, sharing links or videos with people. So we have 24/7 support, a very easy to follow system. Our system is 1, 2, 3. We launch, we learn, we earn while we learn, and then we lead or we teach, we duplicate, okay? We have regular meetings and trainings like this, okay, where, you know, if you decided to get involved and you wanted to launch or relaunch your business, we'd arrange to do it for you, okay? But incentives, bonuses, private support, all of it is there, okay? So the thing is this, I got about 1 more minute, 2 more minutes, and I'll finish up. How can you be supportive of the person who invited you here tonight? Maybe it's Zuma, maybe someone else has some guests on here, okay? Well, there's a few options. You can become activated with your health and be a customer. and start turning back the clock. Remember, every month you're on it, you turn back a decade of oxidative stress. It doesn't cost anything to join. And as I said, the monthly subscription orders are at a wholesale price with free shipping. You could join us in the business, spare time, part-time, full-time, whatever you want to do, and share the unique products, share the opportunity with people to change lives and build a legacy business, be a referral source. You can do that too, okay? And you know what? In this day and age, post-pandemic or, nearing the end of it, with all the vaccines, you and I both know a lot of people who financially their lives have changed a little bit over the last year. And it would be nice to have something to offer folks, okay, if they didn't come through as fortunate as some others did, okay? So what do you do to get started? Well, just talk to the person who invited you on here. That's really all you got to do. Now, before I close out, and I'm going to go back to the full screen in a second where we can see everybody. Number one, first and foremost, April and I, and I'll bring Zuma back when I go to back to the screen in a second, but we really appreciate you giving us 30 minutes of your time, okay? And showing support for Zuma or whoever invited you to be here. And we are really, really grateful and thank you from the bottom of my heart, okay? We'd love when we go to the full screen that you just give everyone a virtual hug. It's just something we do after the webinars, but whatever you want to do is great, okay? If you're ready to try some products and see how they do with you, that's great. If you're ready to join us and help build the business in the United States and around the world, that's great. And if you have questions that you want to get answered, that's great too, okay? So what I'm going to do is stop the share of the slides, okay, and go back to full screen. And Zuma, would you unmute yourself and come back on and just say whatever you would like to your audience? You had an army of people supporting you. You are very loved, okay? So here's my hug, Zuma, for doing what you did tonight, okay? But it's all yours, Zuma. Go ahead.
Thank you, everybody. Yeah, they love me and it's well received. Thank you.
Hey, one thing I want to mention, if something with the products got your attention, would you leave a message in the chat on the bottom? Would you just say, hey, I'd like to know more about the products, or give us a thumbs up? If something about the business got your attention, would you just mention something in the chat, on the bottom? Just give it a thumbs up or a yes, or, contact me. I know in the future, I'm going to set up a survey where you can click on a couple boxes, but I didn't have a chance to do that tonight. So Zuma, is there anything else you'd like to say before we let the audience go and enjoy the rest of their evening? Thank you. Well, I'd like to say thanks. This is, it's been a phenomenal support for Zuma tonight. We're very grateful. We never take anybody's time for granted. If we said something that piqued your interest, please reach out to whoever invited you and let them know you'd like to learn more, you'd like to try it, you'd like to check it out, whatever it might be. But have a great night, everyone. Everyone wave, please wave. Okay, there we go. Have a great night, and hopefully I get to meet you soon.